Yo, what's good with y'all, bro? We about to be reacting to this is probably a video that I think we all could relate, if not at least 90% of us. We about to react to Nobody Is Hiring You in 2024. Now, I know not too many people probably can relate, but I ain't gonna lie. If you looking for a job right now, it's pretty much GG's, bro. Like, it's damn near impossible. Nobody's hiring, you feel me? So, if you ain't got a job, you pretty much cut. Now, I ain't got no job for me, but I still make my bread. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all don't know, I'm pretty sure on my for me, y'all already know with the sports betting for me. Like, I be in like this, I'm in Discords and stuff, so I just be running up my plays on the sports betting. I've been hitting, I just been stacking my little bread, flipping my bread on that end for me until cause you know. Jobs not hiring, bread gotta come in. I ain't about to just sit here, you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there, especially as a man. For me, you know we got no excuses. There's no excuses. You can't complain either. You just gotta keep going. So, about to check, see what he gotta say in this video. So, shout out to bro.
Look, bruh, in 2024, there is not a soul that is hiring. And look, at first I thought it was me. I thought my resume wasn't good enough, but it's everybody. So that makes it.
Bro said resume. Me resume? Nah, I said resume is crazy.
A little bit better, right?
I swear to y'all, I just called like 7 to 8 people about a job. And literally, they all said they had nothing. The job market sucks. Right now, the job market is at a 0.
I really feel like I'm never gonna get a job again. Like, I'm so scared because, like, I have been unemployed for 3 months.
So I applied for a job at TJ Maxx a few weeks ago and...
Okay, stop. Just stop. Do you have a buff me off tattoo? And you're surprised that you can't get a job? I feel like this girl knows the stereotypes people would have about her. So I could really see her personality being the complete opposite. Now, as someone who's worked a couple jobs, I pretty much have an idea of the job searching process. Or had. Step number 1, realize that you need money to pretty much do anything. Unless you want your life to be the same monotonous day repeated over and over again where all you do is eat, sleep, and shit. Step 2, realize that you don't have any extraordinary skills, passions, or talents. So you come to the conclusion that you're just average. So you'll really settle for any job that hires you. You'll half-ass a couple applications, probably get a response in a couple days, maybe a couple.
Am I the only one? Like, I feel like he's speaking directly to me. Like, damn. Bro speaking directly to me, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? But, nah. That's really how it is, bro. It's at a point where it's like, you gonna end up, like, it's to the point, bro. I don't even like, you know what I'm saying, like, working in fast food places. But I'm at the point where, bro, I even applied to McDonald's, bro, just to see, for me. Yo, I ain't even get a email back. So it's like, damn, like, it got to a point where I ain't even care no more about getting a job. And I just say, you know what, bro? There's other ways to get money. That's how you got to think. There's always other ways to get money. Now, legally, do it legally. Don't do it illegally. You feel me? Like, do it legally. But there's a lot of ways you can flip your bread, for me. So, there's money out here to be made, bro.
Couple weeks, and if you get called in for the interview, 9 times out of 10 you got the job. But in 2024, I'm fully convinced if you're not already donkey the manager or came straight out the hiring manager's ball sack or already spent half your life already working at that company prior to 2024, you don't have a job. Well, dude, all you gotta do is just keep applying and eventually someone will call you back. Bullshit. Wait, did someone say list all the jobs I applied to and didn't get no response from? Okay. AutoZone, CVS, Wingstop, Walmart, Home Depot, Subway, IHOP. Ooh, I'm gonna talk about IHOP later. Walgreens, Taco Bell, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, GameStop, Ross, Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut. Mind you, the Pizza Hut I applied to was a Pizza Hut I already worked at. Oh, why don't you just go in person? I did that. I walked in, I swallowed my pride, and I tried to get my old job back. But it's been so long since I worked there, and management is so different. When I walked in and I said I used to work there, he looked at me like I was Gucci Third Leg himself. Where else did I apply to? Security, Target, janitor, Amazon. But out of all the jobs to ghost me, getting ghosted by McDonald's hurt the most. Like, it's already McDonald's. No one actually wants to work at McDonald's. But like, no reply though? This is the same franchise that was begging. They were begging people to apply. They don't want me? Not gonna lie, my ego is very much shattered after that. That still isn't even some of the worst experience I've had trying to find a job this year. I swear, this year, if you're looking for a job, it's better to get no reply than to get an interview. And I have 3 of my own personal stories that back up this claim. All right, so it's another day. I'm on my computer. I get my daily depressing reminder that I'm broke with no job. So I hop on Indeed and I see that IHOP is hiring. So, I put in my application and they're asking all the regular stuff. Name, phone number, how big your meat is.
I want this fish right here, cook.
So then after I put in my application, they let me choose which day I want to come in for the interview, which is probably one of the worst updates to happen to the job searching process. More on that later. So then boom, I choose a time, I choose a date, and now I'm really just playing a waiting game until the date comes up. Fast forward some time and now it's my time to shine. I wake up, I get dressed, I call my Lyft, I'm on my way. Now I'm gonna be honest, I was a couple minutes late. I was a couple minutes late. Nothing too crazy, like 5-6 minutes late. I walk in, I get greeted by like this slim brown skinned girl with like burgundy dreads. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna like it here. So then I end up telling her, hey, I have an interview here. Is the hiring manager in? And she's like, oh, the hiring manager is actually not in today. And bro, when I heard that, the amount of anger that entered my body, like, the interview I had scheduled for this time and this date, and the manager isn't here. This reason specifically is why I hate the option of being able to schedule your own interview, but no one who actually works there has any idea about it, and you just look like a fucking...
I swear, bro, I kid you not. I remember one time, bro, I had an interview, like he just said, right? I had an interview, and they told me to schedule which day I'm able to come in, right? So I come in on the day. I don't know what day. I'm just say any day, right? They say I can't. They say on a Thursday. Right? I just came on a Thursday. So I go inside. I think it was Wendy's. I go inside. I'm like, oh, I have an interview today. They looking at me crazy. You have an interview? They looking at me crazy. I'm like, so nobody know? Like, I'm just coming in here. Like, it said on the email. It literally told me, yo, your interview was scheduled, boom, 10:30. I go in at 10:30. Y'all acting like I ain't even apply for the job. It's crazy, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, applying for a job in 2024, at this point, bro, that's what I said. I don't blame people that have to take that. They gotta do what they gotta do, bro. I don't. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Retard.
Bro.
Crazy thing is, this isn't the first time this happened to me, or the second time, or the last time. After she tells me the hiring manager's not in, she kind of gives me like this little pity solution, like, oh, you can leave your name and your number here. So a couple of days pass by and I get a call from an unknown number, and it's basically IHOP calling me back, like, yo, like, we see you left your name and your number. If you want to come in for an interview, you can. Wow, I finally won't feel like a human-sized leech no more. Fast forward some time, it's time for my new interview date.
I'm fast as fuck.
So the day comes up for my interview, I end up driving to the IHOP. So then boom, I walk in, I get greeted like, hi sir, what would you like? I'm like, oh, I'm not here for food. Like, I had a phone call with a hiring manager. For this time and this date. Like, oh sir, the hiring manager's not in. The hiring manager's not in.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yeah, and the cashback's wild.
Oh my gosh, bro. So after she tells me the hiring manager's not in, everyone who works there is giving me like this stare, like I'm just some stray who just lied about having an interview just to get a job at IHOP. Like, come on, bro. It's IHOP. It's IHOP. Do you think I'm really lying to work at IHOP? Like, if I'm gonna lie about a job interview, like, I'm gonna lie about like Foot Locker or something. Oh yeah, they rejected me too, by the way. Like, just something a little bit more pristine than IHOP. You think I'm lying to work at IHOP? IHOP? So then the same lady that greeted me tells me to take a seat, wait 1 second, and then she comes back out with the GM. I'm like, all right, the head of the snake. I'm like, all right, this is the GM. He knows what he's doing, right? Right? So we sit down and he's giving me like this like quasi interview / like interrogation. And there's like this passive aggressive tone to the whole conversation. And he's kind of arguing with me at some points of the interview. Like, bro, I'm not your mediocre family or your midwife, bro. You don't have to argue with me. So then I'm telling him about my past work experience and none of it really lines up with like working in a restaurant. So then he asks me like, oh, you don't have no restaurant experience. So why do you think you'd be good at working at IHOP? And in my head, I'm like, does he realize where we're at right now? Just in case anyone forgot, we're at IHOP. This isn't really the hardest job in the world. Anybody who passed the 5th grade could do this job exceptionally well. So after my very long passive aggressive interview, I forgot exactly what he said, but it was just the generic like, hey, someone will be in touch with you if we need you or something. Like pretty much saying in the most professional way possible, you didn't get the job, get out of my store, you porch monkey. I take my L to the chin, and as I'm leaving, I'm holding the door for like these 2 older like black women, and I guess they overheard that I came in for an interview, and she was telling me like, oh, don't worry baby, you finna get that job real soon. And then I'm telling her like, nah, I'm not. It's like, oh, why you say that? I'm pretty much explaining to her like how the interview went and that overall the dude's not really that interested in hiring me. And as I'm telling her this, she's almost like getting like upset for me, and then she hits me with the, we need to go back inside. They say they hiring, you came for a job, we need to go inside and talk to that man. I'm like, we go back, what? And for like 2-3 minutes straight, I'm trying to convince this woman I met not even 5 minutes ago to not crash out for me. And if I'm being honest, I was very flattered. I was very much flattered that she was willing to do that for me. Doesn't even know my name, ready to crash out for me. So then I get home, a couple hours pass by, I get a phone call, I pick it up, and I can tell by the voice it's the same hiring manager I just had that little passive aggressive interview with. So then he asks for my name and number. He's like, hey, what time can you come in for an interview? And I'm like, hey, we just had an interview a couple hours ago, dumbass. I didn't literally say that, by the way. And he's like, hey, is this the young man I just had an interview with earlier? I'm like, yeah. Whole time I'm thinking he's calling me because I got the job. But then as soon as I told him I was the same dude, he was like, oh, okay, thank you. And haven't heard from them since. And crazy enough, I got a story way worse than that one. So one day I wake up to an email and it's from Aldi. They see my application and they pretty much want me to come in for an interview. Mind you, my interview is scheduled for 8 o'clock in the morning. And unlike IHOP, I decide, you know what? Let me get there early. So I get there, it's about like 7:55. So red flag number 1, when I get there, there's about 20 people standing outside the store. And then I did my little Googles and the store doesn't open till 8:30. So I'm like, why would they schedule my interview for 8 and the store doesn't even let people in till 8:30? So I'm like, all right, they're not gonna let anyone in till 8:30. So, you know, I'm just walking around the area, just trying to kill some time till 8:30. I go into a CVS across the street just to see if they're still selling Plan Bs because, you know, politics. So then after I leave the CVS, I'm like, you know what? Let me just sit in my car and just wait. And then on my way back to my car, like I'm passing the front of the Aldi store and like the 20-30 people that are waiting in front of the store, they're gone. They're all gone. Like, they just vanished into thin air. And I want to say I didn't think much of it, but I was thinking about it a little bit. So then 8:30 comes around. They're letting people into the store. I walk in and there's like this long line going from like the entrance all the way into like this hallway into the store. And I noticed the same faces that were in line were the same faces that were waiting outside the store earlier. So I'm like, all right, this got to be the interview line. The order that they were doing the interviews was kind of different. They weren't doing it by who was in line. They were just calling people's names. I'm like, okay, I'm already this far. Let me just see what happens. So the line's shortening, but kind of slowly, mind you. They're calling like a new person like every 5-10 minutes. The line shortens to a point where it's like me and 7-8 other people. And one of the managers comes out and she's like, hi, are you guys in line for the interview? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, we're sorry. We opened the door exactly at 8 o'clock. And if you weren't there to sign up for the interview, we're not interviewing you. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as she said that, I didn't react. I didn't react until I got into my car. And as soon as I got into my car, I just started laughing. Because really, I just spent 3 to 4 hours just walking around, standing and sitting in my car. But the amount of time I wasted at Aldi doesn't compare to the amount of time I wasted at Planet Fitness. It's a random day. I'm probably playing 2K. I get a phone call. Off the rip, the dude I'm talking to on the phone just coming at me super hostile. Like,
hey, did you apply at Planet Fitness?
I'm like, yeah.
He's like, I'm not playing no games, buddy. How quickly can you come here?
Mind you, I applied to be an overnight cleaner, so he's calling me with so much urgency. I'm thinking their current cleaner just left on the spot, and they're just calling me to clean like feces off the wall or something. So I tell the dude on the phone I can be there in 30 minutes. I get there. I walk to the front desk, and I pretty much tell them about the phone call I just had, and they're giving me this blank stare that I've been talking about this whole video. Just like, what are you talking about type of stare. But eventually I get in touch with a manager and we have an interview right on the spot. I do my interview and honestly it's going pretty good. We get to the end of the interview. They're telling me about the uniform, what each detergent does. Am I interested in part-time or full-time? So they're not straight up saying it, but they're basically saying like, hey, you got the job. And as I'm leaving, they're telling me they're gonna send me 2 different emails. One's gonna be a background check and another one, I hate these words to this day, the onboarding email. So I do the background check, I pass the background check, but I don't see the onboarding email. I'm looking any and everywhere for this onboarding email. I'm checking my spam folder. I'm checking emails I didn't even give them. Anywhere where I think this email could have maybe gone to, because I never got it. And I would say every day for the next 2 weeks, I'm calling about this onboarding email. And every single time that I called, I'm getting in touch with the manager, but he keeps giving me these like generic HR answers to pretty much get me off the phone as soon as he possibly can. And it's like, bro, as a grown man, do you really think I want to call another grown man damn near every day to essentially say, hey, can you text me back? Bro, just send me the email so I can put the fries in the bag. And he would always say, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna talk to this person, I'm gonna call you back. And he never did. He did like one time. So after weeks of back and forth and empty promises, I just left it alone altogether. But mind you, this Planet Fitness that I applied to was a Planet Fitness that I go to personally. So even after I stopped trying to get a job there, I would still be going at a consistent basis. So I walk in one day, one of the managers, he's talking to me, he's telling me like, man, if you apply this time, man, you probably get the job this time. And when he's telling me this, I'm thinking he's just talking just to talk. And then he's like, well, I'm dead serious, bro. We done had 16 people leaving the last month, bro. I'm like, yeah, I have 16 employees total. So then he basically tells me, yo, just come early in the morning tomorrow, come look for the hiring manager, talk to him for a little bit, and come in and try to get a job again, I guess. That pretty much what it was. So with me being so desperate for employment, I fall for it. I wake up early in the morning next day. I come in at the time the other manager told me to come in at, because he said the hiring manager would be there. I go at that time, the hiring manager is not there. So I'm asking around at the front desk. Everyone's telling me like he's in a meeting right now, but they don't know when he'll be back. So I go sit down in this waiting area, and I see like this thick Moroccan girl. So I strike up some conversation with her, and we're conversating for like a good 30-45 minutes. And in the middle of our conversation, I see the hiring manager. So I go up to him, we're kind of talking a little bit like, hey man, what's up, what happened, blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, I never got the onboarding email. He's like, dude, really? It's like, yeah, dude, really, I never got it. That's what the problem was the whole time. Bro. So I pretty much go through the process of doing the application all over again, but this time I'm right in front of his face. So everything I get or I don't get, I can immediately talk to him about it. So I'm going through the process and I'm getting everything else except for this one thing. Can you guys guess what this one thing that I've been waiting on that I never got? The onboarding email. So when I tell him this, I can kind of tell he doesn't know why I'm not getting it. So he hits me with a generic ass answer just so I can leave. Yeah, dude. Let me see what my manager says and I'll let you know. Dude. So I'm getting ready to leave. The thick Moroccan chick I was talking to, she's getting ready to leave. I try to get her numbers. Like, oh no, I have a boyfriend. You can have my Instagram, dog. And every dude kind of knows when a girl gives you her Instagram, it's kind of like the nicest way she can let you down. And for another week, I'm just going through that same process of me calling and just getting some excuse just to get me off the phone. And the last straw was me actually seeing the hiring manager outside of the Planet Fitness. And the only thing he had to say to me was, hey. No follow-up on anything that we talked about, just hey. So after that, I just stopped trying to get a job there altogether. So in the end, no job, no thick Moroccan chick. Just a story to tell on YouTube that 90% of the people won't even make it this far into the video to even hear. So yeah, but if you did make it this far, thank you. This video took way longer than it was supposed to take. And honestly, I think it's time for some change. I know it's time for some.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, you got 100,000 views in 4 days, bro. And the way you was editing, the way you added, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You might have to do content. The way you added and you ain't gonna lie, you funny too, bro. I'm telling you. Just keep going crazy with the content, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let me look at the comments. Nobody's signed, but everyone is unsaid. Can't even tell you to put my fries in the bag. You want me to get the chance. What's scary is you need a job to get. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a fire video, bro. Shout out to JTB, bro. Yeah, if y'all relate to this video, leave a like on the vid, bro. Feel me? Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Comment down below how y'all feel about this. If y'all got this far through the video, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid, bro. If y'all still looking for a job, and y'all ain't find no luck, bro. I don't even know what to say, because it's like, bro, I would say keep applying, but y'all probably already doing that. So it's like, damn, at this point, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Take that risk. Sometimes you gotta just take that risk, bro. Like, you feel me? Just take that